Hello. Now, it's been a while, probably a few days or a day since I uploaded anything on my channel. Right now, I'm a bit lax, a bit relaxed. I feel as if, in a way, I'm bitter and exhausted, particularly. I'm gonna go outside. Well, it's a bit damp outside, but I'd rather be out here recording than inside for a while. Friends at work, and at this moment, I'm really not caring about stuff. Caring less, because I have what I want in my life, sorta, but it's kind of complicated. I'm not even staring directly at the camera when I should be focusing. But at this moment, I'm just thinking about what am I gonna do later, because I don't know exactly what to do. I'm trying to make videos. I used to have the energy to make videos. I'm not leaving though. I'm obviously gonna stay because I have to. I have to stay. It's the only way I'll be able to help the community and stuff. But due to some things that have been happening in the world, it's kind of difficult to help out because of a lot of problems. I don't care to talk about it right now because it doesn't really matter. Why focus on big news stories and all this stuff? All this Trump and Biden crap, it doesn't really help anyone. Focusing on the same topics over and over again, circulating because that's what people want. The obsession of the social media tool. Now you already know what's happening to the interwebs, the internet, the super speed highway. I don't even know what's happening to it. Yeah, there's some sort of source of freedom when we're talking, but even when I'm on here, I'm not able to truly project exactly how I want to feel on camera. And that goes down to the idea of not knowing if I'm truly here altogether, because I'm so personalized in a certain way that it's hard to understand where I am. I just wander around, go free. Too much freedom gives you a sort of feeling of being bound. And a lot of people have told me that the style I have of talking is more like venting, but I'm not exactly venting. I'm more like just talking about my day. Well, there's a lot of projects I have. I might get enrolled in a job sooner or later. Might be good. Might. Or I can kickstart this this YouTube career that I'm working on, in a social media career. Trying to get more expertise with what I'm trying to do. And I'm not trying to like grab people's attention too much. Just trying to focus on what I want to do and what people want from me. And entirely, I understand in a way what people want, but when I'm not focusing on my videos, so all the time, I basically act like it's just about me, not about other people. So, just like that. I'm walking down the street, and I'm just trying to encompass the area, trying to breathe in nature. Nature is not sacred per se, because it's entirely still materialistic, as materialistic society is still sacred, or in a way, who knows what's artificial or nature to this point, because we're being bombarded with novelty, which just hurts our head. Novelty that can't really formulate or exercise its ability to take form in a way that it could. Not that it should, but I'm not here trying to be a smartass. I know I'm a genius, but it doesn't mean that nobody else is a genius. Other people are geniuses too. A lot of people are. Maybe everyone's a genius. But every time I try to give advice, it goes back to those same key points that I always go back to. And it's about caring about everyone. Thinking outside the box. And being alternative. Not focusing on the same bitter world that we're in, but seeing different sides of the coin. Not just both sides, but yeah. Currency, no doubt, gives us the focus of what we are as people, owes to our character. But what really describes our character is the things we do, our action. Currency only describes us in our weakest moments and our most comfortable. Gives a different scope of the world, but our brain will still somehow be the same. And even if you try to change it, change the way you think, some things do essentially stay the same, but it's not the same. It's a different same. And that's what I want to talk about too, more in my other videos. Going back inside because who knows if I disturbed anyone. I disturb people when I prank in the city, but now's the time not for pranks. Seems like this camera is not setting up correctly. Here, that's more so much fat and blubber right here. I'm probably going to be recording a lot of videos now. I have a method. I'm going to record the full video and then add the shorts so I can do both at the same time, thus giving more connection to. I'm also going to send a GoFundMe for my grandma. She was scammed a lot of money by someone. And this mouth movement is so irritating. How do I fix that? If I'm totally concentratedly aware of my moment, I'm like this. And I have to talk very straight, very skilled at talking. But I don't want to be totally serious when I'm talking. And then I have to go through these tics and tacks. Like, these tics that independently go its own direction. And I'm like, dude, just relax. But I can't relax anymore because somehow I'm constantly being bombarded with stuff mentally. And I'm just trying to figure out how to get out of it. I had a girl that I was talking to for a little bit. Didn't feel that connected with her. I told her I was trans, but she didn't want to be with me because I was, but I don't really care. I'm not heartbroken. I'm a little bit of reverse butterflies and like feelings of absolution, but not in a bad way. Kind of peaceful, knowing that I have more space to be myself. But it seems like a lot of people don't properly put enough space for themselves to operate. It seems like there's almost no space around the world to have or do things that you want to do when you get older, as you go through the ladder of age. But what exactly do you do? You're chasing that feeling of trying to go through your next growth spurt, and it doesn't really work the way you want it to. But you know it works. You know you have the vision of how, but you don't know when or where. So you constantly, and I sound like I'm a little bit poetic in my field of consensus for how I think. But the way I talk sounds so irregular. I need to work on that. A lot of people would tell me, you don't have to work on that. That's not your position to get into. But I have to literally get inside my head and work through this stuff because it's a cluttered mess inside of here. Like, I might be clean on the outside, but in here, it's a mess. And I'm sweating right now because it's fucking hot in here. So how's everyone doing? In a way, I'm doing alright. I hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everyone's excited for this coming week. How it's going to end up next week and the next week. Listening to Asian Lo-Fi Radio. And I was just watching a video today about how Asians are treated like the less attractive people in the world. The first top is white, then black, then Hispanic, and then it goes down to Indian and Asian. And if you think how that works, that's just sad how the world works like that, based on attraction levels. It's not about having a different system. Like, it's not about chasing always. What if we had something different? What if we had something different? That's just imagination, and that doesn't really take you anywhere, but it does give a little bit of perception of what you can do to change your point of view. It doesn't mean that a lot of Asians won't be able to have the partners they want. If you think about it this way, like back when I was 20, 21, 22, I tried pick up a little bit. I talked to a lot of girls, a lot of guys, and even though I wasn't that successful in it, I still got people in my life that I wanted to. And who knows? I don't think pickup artists are necessarily bad, because I don't think they're necessarily doing anything wrong. They're just talking to people that they want to meet. But there's a point where you shouldn't really. We have a lot of our life. So why should we waste it when we have so much time on our hands to do the things we want to do? There's so much things we could do. And that's why I spend most of my time on these videos when I'm fully in midst of my flow state, or my energy level, or the feeling of being totally not one, but in duality, in reality. The duality is not white or black, it's just different. And then getting yourself into a trinity, like a triumvirate of perspective, not a triumvirate of Rome or a triumvirate of control, but a triumvirate that is not truly binary or truly ordered by what we think we know, but what we do know based on mathematics and science. The world won't have its problems solved by protests, by being peaceful, by being happy, by being joyous. That only takes you so far, and there are emotions beyond those emotions. There's emotions beyond happiness, contentment, beyond all those things that we don't really focus on, because it's not necessary really to focus on them. But focusing on the primary emotions are very, you just gotta regulate it over and over again. Gotta regulate through. I know these vapes are bad for me, but they help me think a little bit. You hear that silence? That's a great understanding key, where you have total lack of awareness and there's silence, but you can actually hear things in silence. Silence doesn't need to constantly try to take over your life when you can understand that it doesn't stay silent for too long and that there's always noise around. It's kind of hard, but I'm acting like I'm a little, I don't want to say it. Don't want to say it. Well, other than that, I'm watching One Piece, and I'm already on episode like 850 something, trying to get into episode 900. I'm trying to go on my Discord server or Discord servers, but I can't seem to activate my email that I put on it because it just doesn't really work that well. Don't know why, but whatever. I need to like put a new email and put a new thing. Then I have to confirm with a phone number or some shit. Everything, like, literally you have to confirm with a phone number all the time. And then how the hell are you supposed to access anything? I can't access sometimes an email that is incredibly important for me to access. I can't access it anymore. Like, I've tried. Like, so, but why complain about it? We still have all this stuff in front of us. It's not like we're gonna lose it, right? I have many more ideas for designs, for painting and inventions and tech that I want to get into later on, but I'm going to keep it geared and keep it leveled over time. That's just some of my projects I want to get into. I want to talk about what I want to get into more and more, but I don't want to just lay it all out. I just want to take my time explaining what I want to actually do. It's on a plan to, like, try to change things per se for inherent level of design. I'm just working through a lot of the elements that are put together into a cohesive stand so I can actually point myself towards where I'm trying to go without the linearity, but by seeing in multiple viewpoints so I can understand it was never a one at all, but we thought it was one. And that's why there's other opinions and different ideas of how things are. We don't really know because we base arithmetic and language off of something else, but we need it. We can't literally disagree, but we have to disagree. It's about seeing outside of the spectrum, but seeing the real reality and the other real reality and the other real reality. It's about navigating different realities around us and trying to find what we have to do or what we should do and work together differently than what we have been doing these hundreds of years. And this is not everything I'm trying to do. This could be just for people on YouTube or people on Facebook or people on the webs or people in their communities. Working together in your communities could be great. Like actually conversating about topics everywhere. And depending on what conversation topics you should talk about, trying to convey what you're trying to say differently to other people. Like when you don't want to talk about something that's a bit too severe for another person, just try to give a hint, you know? Music is really beautiful. I love the feeling of music. I love what it does for me. But sometimes it just is purely distracting when I should be focusing on all this time. but I'm just gonna convey a lot of stuff that I'm trying to focus on more, but it takes some time. I feel like I go in circles, like I just keep on going in circles without really a connection to what I'm trying to say. But let me talk about other topics after this is done. So I'm gonna go directly into a new video. So have fun, like, subscribe, comment, and keep it going.